LBLJ, if I gotta make a BLJ tier list of like different BLJs, I guess, I don't know. We're making a tier list for BLJs. All right, like if we're making a tier list for BLJs, here's the tier list that I'm looking at. So if we start off with like HMC 100 BLJ, this is like pretty fun to do, right? Like, even though HMC 100 is a punishing star, like this BLJ is super nice when you get it first try and stuff. I don't do 120 that much, but whenever I do the BLJ route for HMC 100 just because it's like, it just looks cool. Because it's not too hard and it looks cool, I think I'll put this like A tier. You know, I actually like doing this BLJ. You know, with HMC, let's just get the HMC ones out of the way. I hate how this thing keeps popping up. Toxic Maze BLJ, I'm like really bad at this, but I do know how to do it. It's super annoying. There is a setup now that's like makes it a lot easier, but like you shouldn't be doing Toxic Maze BLJ like at all until you have like probably like a 139 or something. And honestly, 120 is the only category you even do this. So because it does look cool when you hit it, it do look cool because you just clip through 2 walls, right? The wall in the elevator room and then the wall into the Toxic Maze star and then the grate. You actually clip through 3. So it looks cool. It's hard. So I put it C tier. I think that's like a C tier. Dark World BLJ. Let's see. I've never hit this fully. I've only ever hit the BLJ part. I haven't actually gotten to the entire thing. For reds and no reds, this is, you know what? Actually, that's a good distinction. All right. So no reds will probably like, it's so difficult. I don't know. People keep saying to like try to do it in runs, but it's so hard and it's so annoying. I don't know. I'm a hater. I'm a Dark World BLJ hater. So no one does this pretty much. You would reset so many runs if you were to do this in runs. You're probably better off like doing other strats other than this. I think we'd be putting this at D tier for now. Dark World BLJ reds, I don't know why it's called E tier, but we're putting that there. All right, next up, we'll take this one out. Sea BLJ. Sea BLJ is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's not that hard. It is difficult, but in the grand scheme of this tier list, it's definitely one of the easier ones compared to like Dark World BLJ, Toxic Maze probably. I'm not good at that. It's hard, but it could be a lot harder. People have gotten it consistent and it saves like quite a bit of time. So it actually is worth it. It is annoying though because of that little triangle part in the middle. Like that is the hardest part of Sea BLJ. It's just getting through that, because if you don't get through that, then you're cooked. The rest of the movement is pretty fun. So I'll put this at B tier. Sea PU BLJ. So I've only ever hit this once in a full run. Well, single star. It looks really cool if you know what's happening. If you don't, it just looks like a bunch of random pausing and then like Mario disappears and reappears. So like if you don't know what's happening, it's kind of stupid. It's definitely one of the most difficult grinds I've done. This is hard. It doesn't save time. Sea BLJ is a lot easier and saves time. So I would put this probably D tier, not F, because like if you know what's happening, it looks cool. Otherwise it looks dumb as hell. And it's super hard. You know, let's get some of like the more common one out of the way. Well, there's only like common ones left, but let's get like the 50 Star BLJ out of the way. Let's do that one. Definitely a run killer. When people say BLJs are hard, they're talking about this BLJ in particular. You know, like this kills your runs if you miss this. There is a consistent way of getting it, but it's really hard. Your spacing has to be correct, and it never feels like you can be good enough to actually get it in a run. At this point, it's just boring. It's not even cool because everyone can do this. And I just hate this shit, bro. This is actually my most hated part of every category I run. It's just this BLJ. So I'm putting that F tier. Yeah, 120 rungers would put this like even below. Let's do LSBLJ. This is one of the more annoying BLJs, not because it's hard, like of course it's hard, but it's because of so many people asking about this BLJ in particular. So if you don't know about LSBLJ, it's just LBLJ but using a stair. People have known about this forever now, but no one did it because it was too hard. And then Crytholith made a setup, and then there was a flood of chatters asking people to do this, and everyone's just like, no, it's still way too difficult. Not only is the setup like incredibly hard, not the BLJ part, just like before the BLJ part, it's super hard. The BLJ mash is frame perfect with a bunch of inputs, and then you gotta like jump some way, perfectly build your speed, and then clip into Dark World. It's stupid. Like, you'll get this maybe 1 out of 100 attempts. Yeah, it's so bad. So I will put this like that. I wish I could put it below F tier, but I can't. F tier, you know what? To show my anger, I'll just make it red. And then LBLJ, this is like kind of cool. I like LBLJ like a bit. It's pretty annoying when you start learning it because it's like super inconsistent and stuff. Once you get this down and you understand like how it works, it actually is cool. If we have to pick one S tier, LBLJ would be the S tier, just because like I don't hate it as much as I do the other ones. Yeah, LBLJ is also fun to just keep the speed and to just go around randomly and see like what happens. You can also like go into CCM, WOMPs, JRB, BOB, fucking PSS. It's pretty good. Honestly, now I'm thinking about it, there's a lot of uses for this. Like in 15 star, you do LBLJ twice, and one of them is on the opposite side because you need to get into JRB, right? So it's pretty cool. Isn't that, wait, that's kind of crazy. LBLJ S tier, LSBLJ, they're in the same, almost the same location, and yet this is the worst BLJ and this is the best BLJ. 70 star BLJ, I would just do this one quickly. It's A tier just because you can't like, you really can't like fail it, you know? You can lose a lot of time on it, which is super annoying when that happens during a run, but usually your runs won't die to 70 star BLJ. You'll get it and you'll be fast enough. If you got past 50 star BLJ, this won't kill your run, you know, sort of thing. All right, and then the big guy, the SBLJ, what my career in Mario has been founded on. 0 and 1 star. My two main categories, well, fuck 1 star, but 0 star, my main category, does SBLJ into DDD skip. I might be a bit biased on this end because I think I'm good at it compared to a lot of other people. It's very inconsistent for a lot of other people, but I have spent the last 4 to 5 years on this trick, so that would make sense why I'm consistent. It's kind of annoying when I have to explain SBLJ because it's like, it's super hard to explain what I'm doing because it's so, I hate saying this, but it's so feel based, you know what I mean? So much of it is just experience. And it's cool because getting 1 star is pretty easy, and then SBLJ can be used to go into DDD skip, and then that's hard, but that leads into the best category in the game. Dang, I have LBLJ up here, but I do want to put this like S tier as well, but I'll put this under SBLJ because it is a lot harder and it's a lot more annoying because of the fence, right? If the fence didn't mess up your SBLJ, this definitely would be like way up, but because like the fence, I think I would have to like put it a little bit below. So this is the entire BLJ tier list. This is factual. If you disagree with this, you will never get another DDD skip in your life ever again.